Welcome to Sport Wrap on Thursday, the 19th of September. You are with Ashwin Berry, and what a show we have for you. It seems like Debmarine Namibia is ready to sponsor the Premiership again, but under some specific conditions. We are also looking forward to the Ongos Valley Sevens kicking off on Saturday in Keetmanshoop. And as always, Ari Hohad brings us the international news. But for now, let's head straight into the hit list. Several football clubs in Namibia are siding with Debmarine Namibia's proposal and laid out conditions of their sponsorship towards the 2024-25 season. The mining company issued a letter towards the Namibia Football Association in which they set conditions if they were to extend their sponsorship of the league for the next season. Now, Debmarine's conditions echo the concerns clubs have raised in the past couple of weeks over the negotiations happening between the association's executives and the mining company. As things stand, Debmarine Namibia demands that the clubs are involved in primary negotiations and that any contract to be signed is supported by all parties in order to avoid standoffs between the clubs and the controlling body. As reiterated in the meeting, the diamond industry is and has been for the last year in a very difficult position due to the market and economic conditions, and our first priority remains to protect our business, the letter from Debmarine Namibia reads. Now, the mining company nevertheless commits to sponsor the league with 18 million Namibian dollars despite economic conditions. Now, the years of drought since Namibian boxing has produced a world champion are a source of concern to local observers. Harry Simon, Paulus Hitman Moses, Paulus The Rock Ambunda, and Julius Blue Machine Indongo are the only Namibian fighters to have won recognized world title belts in various divisions. It has been 7 years since any Namibian won a world title, despite the proven pathway for a solid number of Namibians to secure African titles in recent years on their way to the top. The last Namibian to hold a world title was Paulus Ambunda in the twilight of his career before his retirement, when he won the International Boxing Organization's World Super Bantamweight belt, and this was against Muhammad Ridwan in the latter's backyard in Singapore in September 2018. However, Ambunda conceded the World Championship in his first defense against Stephen Fulton of the US in Fairfax, Virginia in May 2019. Now, more recently, lightweight Jeremiah Nakatila has fought top American opponents in Las Vegas, although following costly losses, and at 34 years of age, his chances of securing another meaningful shot appear to be slim. Boxing stables in Namibia have continued to produce promising prospects, but the climb to earn a shot at boxing's greatest honors has always proven difficult. Being connected to an influential promoter has always been a key factor for anyone with ambition in professional boxing. Now, Hilary Dux Imboa, until recently the president of the Namibia Volleyball Federation, has been awarded the Executive Masters in Sports Organization Management degree, MEMOS, for the 2023 to 2024 cycle by the University of Ottawa, Canada. The MEMO's mission is to help professionals working in national or international sport bodies to develop the knowledge required in order to better manage their organizations. Open to all worldwide, Imboa's recognition came after completing a MEMO's scholarship program mostly funded through the International Olympic Committee via its Olympic Solidarity Movement. Now, the program was endorsed by the Namibia National Olympic Committee and Commonwealth Games Association, and this was last year. The MEMOS program, open to all sports organizations worldwide, is conducted in 4 sessions held in various countries. Imboa's first session took place in September last year in Lausanne, Switzerland. Now, loud cheering greeted the Namibian team as they were called up to receive their silver medals, beaten only by reigning champions, the hosts USA, as the 2024 International Precision Rifle Federation World Championships concluded with its award ceremony in Grand Junction, Colorado on Tuesday. That's in the USA. Now, Namibia's second place finish in the open division team competition was a remarkable rise following their debut performance 7th at the previous World Championship in France 2 years ago. Now, in their individual competition, 3 Namibian team members finished in top 10 positions. And we are absolutely proud of them. We'll now take a short break, and after that, it will be the Ongos Sevens segment.
Today we are going to learn how to bake.
Welcome, everyone.
Things may not always go as planned, but our technology doesn't fail. Join Paratus today. Paratus, always prepared.
All right, the southern round of the Ongos Valley Sevens Rugby Series regional competition takes place in Keetmanshoop on Saturday. Keetmanshoop Rams are hosting the opening round of the series of 3 tournaments. The hosts will be joined by the Namibia University of Science and Technology, Ocean Swallows from Luderitz, and Oranjemund, with the official opening set for 11:30. A program of 14 matches will follow, inclusive of the 2 semi-finals at 15:10 and 15:30, the third place playoff at 16:10, and the final at 4:30 p.m. Abed Erastus, the PRO of Ongos Valley Development, urged fans to pitch in numbers and called on the players to make the tournament a memorable occasion. Go out and express yourselves, play hard running rugby, and enjoy your time on the pitch. The series will then move on to Swakopmund on 28 September, with matches to be hosted by Dolphin Rugby Club. A women's tournament will also form part of the activities on Friday, 4 October, with the men's series concluding at the Hage Geingob Stadium in Windhoek on 5 October. The agreement with Ongos is in place for the next 5 years, and the sponsorship amount for this period is just shy of 5 million Namibian dollars. It covers the tournament arrangement, including the competition's overall prize pot amounting to 100,000 Namibian dollars and logistics. Let's take a visit to the marketplace before we swing back to Zoom In.
From the day you were born and welcomed until your pensioner years on this earth, your life is filled with changes and phases. What mattered the most at age 10 may be an unknown memory at 25. The heartbreak at 16 may be replaced with wedding bells at 27. The degree you've always wanted or starting your career business may come true at age 30. And the dream to own your own home may come to realization at age 50. Whatever stage you find yourself in, whatever matters right now, Standard Bank has what you need to bank like you. Choose your own path. Choose endless possibilities. Standard Bank, it can be.
All right. right, this is Sport Wrap, and it's time for us to zoom in. The Sports Ministry's Omaruru office announced at a press conference in Windhoek on Tuesday that 600 participants have registered for the 10th edition of the Navachab Half Marathon Challenge Race. The event, with QKR Namibia Navachab Gold Mine as main sponsor, is set to take place in Karibib this Saturday, featuring participants in the 21-kilometer, 10-kilometer, and 5-kilometer race categories. Race director and Omaruru Regional Sports Officer Bertold Karumendum expressed excitement about the event, highlighting the growth and significance of the road race over the past decade. He detailed the extensive preparations made, adding that online registration would close at midnight. Participants should collect their bib numbers on Friday from 3 p.m. until 10 p.m. Karumendo announced that this year's prize money reflects the race's professional aspirations, with 20,000 Namibian dollars awarded to the winners of both the senior men's and women's 21K open categories. Mario Ngula was at the press conference and compiled this for us.
Director, 10 edition, 10 years ago, the race is on. Come 21 September in Karibib, it is on and it's big and better. We have planned it, we have prepared it, but if you want to see the presentation of the event itself, you must be in Karibib. If you are not in Karibib, you will not see the presentation of the event itself, because we have planned about that event, we have prepared about the event. So the presentation of the event is the look of the event, big, better, and before. You must be in Karibib on the 21st of September, this coming Saturday. Our entries is already going on. We have 600 entries. We have extended our online registration until tomorrow midnight. Until tomorrow midnight, this is a registration and payment of the registration. And then the collection of the BIPS numbers will be on Friday, as from 3 until 10 o'clock in the night. So I don't know. Why I'm saying that it's big, better than before, my director of sport, I think it's high time that we have to move to a professional elite level. If I can ask my other sport coach colleagues in terms of netball, they are playing a league. The Namibian correctional team that are leading, what are they paying per month of those players that are playing in that league? If I'm asking the football fraternity, African Star is one of the big sport club, what are they paying per month per athlete? If we are looking for the rugby players, Wanderers Sport Rugby Club who won the league, what are they paying per month per player that are playing in their leagues? But I can continue basketball, volleyball. But today, in terms of race, road race in Namibia, I can be proud today. I can be proud without not hesitate to say let's move to a professional elite athletes. After my director of sport, after 34 years of independence, our sport is still on that ground level. Why not professional elite level? But today, I'm very proud. I'm so excited today that Navachab have taken the lead. Navachab have taken the lead in terms of prize money in the 10th edition. And I'm very acknowledged and appreciate that. We are talking about the main race. We are talking about the open category. 20,000 for the first winner of the men and 20,000 for the first winner of the women. What does the other sport coach paying their players when they play per month? You understand what I mean? And then in the 10K, the 10 kilometer is a 10,000 again for the winner. The second winner, 7,000, and the third winner, 5,000. What does netball paying per player? You understand what I mean? So for me, in terms of road running, I have started the level with the support of Navachab. unprofessional way. You can see at the prize giving money of the main category. And I want to make it very clear today to the public and the rest of the people that are going to take part in this race. We are paying top 10 for the open category. The open women is 16 years and older. It's open to everyone. That means if you are veterans, if you are master, if you are senior, you are entitled for that package of money up to number 10. Second place, 15,000. Third place, 10,000. Fourth place, 7,000. Fifth place, 5,000. Sixth place, 3,000. Seventh place, 2,000. 8, 1,000. 9, 700. And 10, 500. This is a category that we call the open men and open. Men open, women open. And this is 16 years and older according to World Athletics rules and regulations. And then we have also other categories, both in the 10, the veterans, the juniors, masters, and so on and so on. So that's why I'm saying the race is bigger and better. And we are looking forward for those one who did not yet register. Please, the online has been extended, as I said, and we need to have our support from the regional sport officer in the respective region. Please, my colleagues in the regions, try to assist and help from today until tomorrow midnight. So I don't want to talk too much, as I said. Let me also recognize the support of other stakeholders that come on board, especially FNB. On the absence of Mr. Gordon Pokolo, marketing manager and sponsorship, he started this races with me since the beginning of the races. Since the first race, FNB started with a 5,000, NAVAHAB started with a 45,000, and the town council with a 5,000 as well. We were talking about 60,000, 55,000 when we start with the first race. But today, it have going a milestone because of KQR, NAVAHAB Goldmine. And then NAMED came on board to join us. Thank you, NAMED, to come on board. And then Vivo Energy came on board to join us, and the town council, the engine service station, Agra, they have water points as I stipulated in the past. And then unfortunately, the banner of Coca-Cola is not here. Coca-Cola was always there since race 1. So they said any success of any event, it is always made possible by those who are involved. Those who are involved is NAVAHAB, NAMED, FNB, Vivo Energy, Engine, and so on. But last, not the last, much appreciated to my Directorate of Sport, the ministry which I'm working for, the Ministry of Sport, Youth and National Service. When I brought this initiative on their table, they will always be supported in terms of transport. Thank you very much, Director of Sport Convey. But I'm not gonna hide things today. Please, if I have to go for disciplinary hearing today, we have booked the youth hostel in Usakos, and we have a challenge at Usakos Youth Hostel in terms of mattresses, in terms of cleaning material. But for me, it is unacceptable unless the youth hostel must be closed. I mean, it's a resources that we need to use. The earth is coming from Karas, from Zambezi, from the 4 northern region. Where are they going to sleep? The nearest youth hostel is Usakos Youth Hostel. So it is not a division which I belong. It's a directorate of youth. My director, with the due respect, please, I give it that in your hand to follow it with the directorate for youth. Unless there is people that are working there, daily basis, paid by the ministry. But because of no materials, no mattresses, we cannot use the resources. I booked the youth hostel, and I will send the athletes to come and stay there, in whatever circumstances they will be faced.
I'm speaking on behalf of NAVAHAB Goldmine as the main sponsor of this race. We are excited. We are honored also to work with, to have smart partnership with a lot of other companies that are here in the room and those that are not here to make this race a success. I'm going to talk about a few things that we believe as NAVAHAB road race, why we value this as a stakeholder or a corporate social investment. This year's one is a special one because it's also 10 years. And in the 10 years, we are also in the month of September, where internationally we are also dealing with suicide prevention. We also want a race like this one, for we have said this is a lifestyle. People must change this to become a lifestyle. And there will be a lot of runners who will be running also on the suicide prevention placard. That means if someone from Windhoek, from Ochivarongo can drive from midnight, they will find us already on site to be able to give them their race numbers, because the race starts at 6:30 in the morning, the 21 kilometers. It's a very dynamic race. It's wider, it's very big, it's very interesting. We have added quite a lot of interesting stuff for the runners and for the athletes on the ground, including those that will just come and give support to the race. Maybe just the one thing is that the link closes tomorrow. So those who are still to register, since we only have 600 now, may please do so before tomorrow, before sunset tomorrow, because then the link would have closed and you would have missed out on the on registering for this particular race. And as we said, it is a lifestyle. We want to appreciate our smart partners that have come on board and that continue to sponsor. That is NAMED, FNB, Coca-Cola. Those who would be sponsoring Water Points, people like Agra, KTC Engine. And of course, we will have the media there. I know that we will be also there to cover the event and publicize it as much as possible. We want to really honor the Ministry of Youth really for partnership, because they are providing transport. It's actually a very great initiative.
You are still with the most potent portal for anything sports-related, Sport Wrap. My name is Ashim Berry. It's been a pleasure bringing the show to you, but I'm not leaving you just like that. Ari Hokad on the other side of this will take you globe-trotting. See you tomorrow.
Neo Paints is proud to call Namibia home. For more than 70 years, Neo Paints has been inspired by this country's natural colors and beauty. To produce the wide variety of trusted quality paints we have become known for. Proudly Namibian by nature, Neo Paints has over the years involved itself in several key projects across the nation, bringing lasting beauty, premium paints to liven up both indoor and outdoor environments. As durable as the Namib Desert, Neo Paints has stood the test of time through all weather conditions, leaving a lasting impression on the hearts and the minds of all Namibians. Neo Paints Namibia, a coat of excellence.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with Champions League football, and it is Manchester City, one of the big clubs in the tournament. They had a away game against Inter Milan and that game ended 0-0. Another good result for Manchester City in terms of not winning, but at least they got a point. Always difficult to play in Milan. The next game for Manchester City in the Champions League will be on Tuesday the 1st of October. That will be against Slovan Bratislava. That is a soccer club from Slovakia. Big game coming up this coming weekend though for Manchester City. It's back to English Premier League for them. They play a home game that is against Arsenal, and Arsenal at the moment second on the log. It is Manchester City first on the log at the moment, 12 points after 4 games unbeaten. Then Arsenal, they have 10 points after 4 games, and Arsenal in good form. They beat Tottenham Hotspur by 1-0. That was the past weekend. Also in the Champions League, a good away win for Borussia Dortmund. They beat Club Brugge. That was a away game for them. They beat them comfortably by 3-0. And also PSG, that beat Girona by 1-0. And that was a home game for PSG. On to cricket news. It is the Proteas that's currently playing a series, a 350 over innings series against Afghanistan. That is in Sharjah on a neutral field. Not a good start for the Proteas. They lost the first one by 6 wickets. It was a bad batting display. 106 all out. That's a 50 over game. And just Vian Mulder with 52 runs that had good runs. Afghanistan comfortably 107 for the loss of 4 wickets in the 27th over. The two teams will also play 50 over internationals on Friday and on Sunday. Then Test cricket, it's Sri Lanka that's hosting New Zealand. That is in Galle. Sri Lanka batting first in that Test match, 305 all out in their first innings. A good innings by Kamunda Mendes. He scored 114 runs, and good bowling performance by New Zealand's William O'Rourke. He took 5 wickets for 55 runs. Then to complete today's international sports news, it's golf news. South African golfer Brendan Grace, he's one of 5 players that's in the drop zone in the Live Golf. Live Golf is the breakaway league, Saudi Arabian-backed breakaway league, and he was outside the top 50. So he needs to qualify again to play Live Golf. The challenge for him is that he's also disqualified in playing in the PGA and also the European DP Tour. So he needs to try and get back into that. Another high-profile player that is also in the drop zone is Bubba Watson from the United States. That's international sports news for today. I hope you have a great sport day, and we talk international sport again tomorrow. Goodbye.